Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Our Brewery Farm Life. Or Our Brewery Camping Life. For a long time we've been talking about buying a trailer. It's been kind of in the long-term plans for a while now. We've always wanted one. Any of the camping we've ever done, we've done in a tent. And we did have a tent trailer at one point in time, and that was a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work to take down and set up, and you get there, you're frustrated because you got to do all that, and then you really don't have any time to relax. So we were like, nope, we're gonna buy an actual trailer. And so, because David's truck that he just built, which I will show in an upcoming video, has a fifth wheel hitch, we were like, obviously we'll get a fifth wheel trailer. We looked and looked and looked and found this one. It was perfect for what we needed. We are dwindling as far as kids are concerned that want to come on vacation. So we just got a pull-out couch and a queen-size bed, and it's amazing.
Don't tip the chocolate milk over. Okay. Radio.
We are so busy through the summer that we don't often get a chance to get away and go camping. But we did in October. It was amazing. We went to a camp. It was a campsite called Inverhuron. It's a provincial park. And we had a blast. There are a number of different trails that you can walk on, and we love to be outside. So it was pouring rain the entire weekend, and as soon as we had a slight chance of no rain, we were out the door, and we did some amazing hikes. Today? 10K walk? Are you recovering?
Slowly.
After your 1 hour nap? I don't think it's really camping if there's the TV in the trailer.
Absolutely, when it's pouring rain outside and 12 degrees. kilos
This
of
is
weight
camping.
on your surface. Like, so all of this under
And
here
when
is
you
water.
make me work
So
like
you
I do.
drink a lot of water for the
Thanks for
week,
making
getting up to
dinner.
10 liters a day. And then you stop about 30 hours
Chili?
before you throw.
Chili on a cold,
So for
wet
the
day.
next 10 hours you pee, you're just peeing constantly because you've been drinking, so your body's used to it.
So that camping trip will be the last one this year, sadly. Although I could think of 100 bazillion other places I'd love to go with that trailer. But we'll tuck it away. We're going to winterize it here shortly. And it'll get tucked away until spring and then back at it again. It's just handy because we can decide on a whim that we're going to go somewhere, which is kind of how we have to live because things just happen and we don't get to leave. So not always, I know, I mean, we do have to plan, but at least we have the ability to say, okay, Friday we're going, and just go. It's been a busy few months. Yeah, sorry about the hat. It's cold outside, and I hate the cold. The sheep, it's been a busy couple sheep months. I guess that's hard to say. A busy couple months with the sheep. We had to ship the male sheep that we're not keeping for meat. Yes, we do eat our sheep. The lambs when they're ready to go. And so we spent some time sorting them and took them in style to the place that they go. And come back in brown paper packages. Yes, we are those people. But at least that way we know what's going into our food. How you doing this?
No idea. With Velcro gloves.
So Chris and I are going to attempt to move the sheep. Here we go. So yeah, don't mind my hair or my face because I haven't put any makeup or done my hair yet. So David hurt his back earlier this week, and I knew we had to move the sheep because we were going away for a weekend away, just with Michaela camping in the rain, of course. And I needed to move the sheep because the sheep kept getting out. So I devised this plan to move all of the sheep fencing that was around the hop yard and make a path so that I could put the sheep in the pen by the barn. And of course David was not impressed with my idea because it's very time consuming, but I'm pretty sure it saved his back. But it worked. It took a little bit of time and effort, but it paid off in the end. Everybody's in. We also split the sheep for breeding purposes. So all my girls are back by the barn. And yeah, this stretches out and goes all the way to the cow pasture where the sheep were. Just a little time consuming, not a big deal. At that time, when we first started, all of the female sheep were in one pen, all the male sheep were in another pen. It's that time of year again where we breed them. So we did some maneuvering of the sheep. Put the little guys with the younger girls with Noah, and we put the older girls with Barley and Rusty so that Rusty could show Barley how it's done. And yes, he is. He is showing Barley how it's done. Okay, well, so that's the 6 older sheep with Barley and Rusty. And David, by accident, marked the butts of the rams, just in case there's some
And the nose of one of the females, so we'll know if there's any
nope,
going on.
nope.
Where's the foot? Oh, that was silly, Noah.
Oh, Noah!
Why would you do that?
Oh!
Is it bath time?
He jumped into the water pan.
No. Well, get out of the water pail, you dummy. Come here. No, this way. Come on. Come on.
The barn door, Jack.
Come on.
Red never listens to me.
The latch at the bottom. That works.
Good job, babe. Nothing like wrestling sheep in mud.
Well, I forgot my Velcro gloves. So.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Today.
Sorry, you might witness some things.
Yeah. A beer and a show.
We separated the sheep. The youngest sheep are going in with Noah because Noah's pretty young and so are they. So if nothing happens, nothing happens. I would imagine that he'll still do his job. It just might take a little bit longer. And then the other sheep, the older sheep, are out with Rusty and Barley. So hopefully we'll see some action there as well. We've left them outside for now. The older sheep and Rusty and Barley are outside. Eventually we'll probably end up doing some maneuvering again and putting these smaller sheep in in the smaller pen, and then putting Rusty and Barley and the 6 girls in here. But it's that time of year again. So here we go. So while David and the rest of the staff are, well, Jen and Jack are cleaning up and doing some stuff in the basement of the brewery today because it's our closed day because we're now on to our fall hours and winter hours. I am cleaning up the fall decorations, which means putting the hay bales that we were using as decoration into the cow pasture, as well as the pumpkins. And I missed it. Of course I missed it. I always miss it when they're playing. But Christy likes to play with the pumpkins that I don't get smashed. It's really cute. So yeah, it's feeding time at the zoo. Fall style. And it's chilly today. There's actually snow on the ground. Not as much as a lot of other people are getting though, which is kind of nice. Well, it's almost been weekly now. Things that I've been doing is my podcast. Of course, we film weekly-ish, I guess maybe every other week. And it doesn't get released until usually a few weeks later. But of course, we got a load of small bales of hay yesterday or the day before. And we put it in the barn with the intention of me helping to unload it today. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm late again. Jack and David are doing it all by themselves. Sorry guys. I'll be back in a couple hours. Poor David. I just got back from doing my podcast. And David's been brewing all day. So I think he's on batch number 3 or 4, I'm not really sure. And I got a text on the way home I got a text when I was at the studio for my podcast. The sump pump quit working in the middle of a brew. So I had to whip to TSD and get a new one because it's a good day.
It's an awesome day. And you made them up.
What beer was it?
What?
Oh, that's just the drain, right?
That's the settling water that comes out of the bottom of the tank when it's broken. And the sump pump just went to catch it. And they broke at the same time.
Look. Happy day?
Amazing day.
Oh well.
Don't cry over spilt wort.
Don't cry over spilt wort. So sad, kind of happy. Michaela got to go wakeboarding for the last time. It was, I guess, in October. And she had a blast. It was the last ever wakeboarding session that she'll have at Windmill Park, because Windmill Park is now closed permanently. But she loves all of the staff that work there, and she loves, especially Jen, of course. But she definitely loves when Jen can take the time out and be her coach for her sessions. So Jen did. She took the time and she coached Michaela for one last session, and it was so cute because I know she's going to hate me for saying this, but she looks so cute in a little wetsuit. I do love those little wetsuits. Anyway, she was out there. She's not little. She's like almost 13, but to me, she's still my baby. So seeing her out there just giving it her all for her last session in there was amazing. Well, thanks so much for joining us again, guys. The Christmas markets are coming up. So if you haven't heard and you were watching this video and you're in the area, December 4th, December 11th, and December 18th, we have Christmas markets here on the farm. I think we've got about 13 vendors per session, and live music and food, and of course River Road beer, and we have some specialty beers that we play around with. Some warm beer, yes, you can make beer warm, and just some different flavors and profiles and stuff that we have that's in the brewery for you to sample while you're here. It's 100% outside, so if you are coming, make sure you bundle up because it gets cold, and make sure you're prepared for all sorts of weather, because last year we had one day that was super cold, one day that was snowing and beautiful, and one day that was just gross and wet. So just make sure that you're prepared for that. If you're watching from afar and you ever get a chance to travel up this way, give me a shout and I'll make sure I tell you what's going on in this area. Thank you so much for joining us again, guys. I hope to see you again next week, and you're going to get to see us get ready for Christmas again on the farm. There's a podcast coming up next week. So many things. So stay tuned. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you again. Cheers.